On a moonless night, Ed Ware drove along the dirt road to church, noticing an unusual chill in the air. It felt too cold for the flatlands of the Arkansas Delta, even if it was a few hours before October. Dew collected like spiderwebs across the alfalfa thickets, outside the tiny wooden building in the village of Hoop Spur, a church you would only know if you were a sharecropper and taxi driver like Ed, working the land around nearby Elaine, a town barely 6 months old. It would be difficult staying awake on the church's wooden benches after working the cotton fields from sunup to sundown on land rented from white owners who, refusing to sign contracts, couldn't be trusted when paying for harvests. Even the Hoop Spur church was owned by a white merchant. Still, it was a place to show respect and be respected, a place to talk freely about the frustrations of being treated as second-class citizens. On this Tuesday night, Ed Ware and the 200 men, women, and children entering the candlelit church knew that once their soulful voices finished singing faithful hymns, the union meeting that followed could be dangerous. Standing up for themselves always was. Yet the Great War, that's what Ed and all Americans called World War I, had changed a lot of things. Many sharecroppers fought bravely in Europe, defending the rights that they didn't have at home. When they returned, the men spoke of how they'd felt safer in the trenches than in Arkansas. Frank Moore, the sharecropper Ed most admired at the union meeting, had enlisted. He'd been stationed at Camp Pike, where the army base was segregated. Frank had sacrificed his crops to serve his country and had been honorably discharged when the Great War ended less than a year earlier. Now, cotton prices were skyrocketing, but the only people benefiting from the boom were white landowners, who managed to keep black farmers in debt by claiming that the sharecroppers never earned enough to cover the cost of their rent or supplies.